if you have a time for travel, what type of country do you want to visit?
That's a very absolutely thrilling kind of questions. One of the key features of traveling is that it opens new doors to you to adventure the world, venture new venues in life, and also gain experiences. In order for me, which is a habit that I've been always thinking about, it's haunting me since my childhood, that I need to explore certain Bora Bora districts in Malaysia. Now, why do I want to go there? There are certain circumstances that force me to go there. One of them is the beautifully made documentaries of National Geography. Beep beep. توقف الوقت خلصت 30 ثانية. الفكرة وين إنه أنت you kind of like give the person energy. You show that you're interested in the topic. You start with providing one or two sentences background about who you are and why you are passionate about travel. You choose the topic. You don't go off the topic. You don't go off the chart. If you go off the chart, you lose the kind of like uh, control. So the
Yes.
ball is going to be in your court. Also, when we are doing the conversation, we try to add as many descriptive adjectives to the conversation as possible, for
Mhm.
very simple reason, because adjectives are the colors of language. Without
Mhm.
adjectives, we speak black and white. If you say, I saw a car, no, nobody knows what kind of car did you saw. But if you say, I
Yes.
saw a fast car, you're talking about a very specific type of car that you saw, driving by you in LA, as an example. So it is absolutely important to add adjectives because that's going to give a good imagery in the mind of the listener. Because when we're speaking, we're trying to draw a map, a mental map in the listener's mind. So we got to make sure that the map is fully detailed with full
Mhm.
description and colorful adjectives. Keep that in mind. Fully depicted, colorful adjectives. But this is not coming overnight. You got to practice
I know.
consistently. You got to
Mhm.
practice doing this kind of training every day for 1 hour for 21 days. 21 days is the minimal period of time that will ensure a kind of habit development in your mind, but that doesn't ensure that you're going to get the higher score in TOEFL test.
Mhm. Okay.
But it will ensure that this habit has already uh, been instilled in your mind, and you're good to go with it, and you don't get any kind of like stutters or hesitations with it. You just go from that point, from that threshold. Now, this is for speaking. We're not talking about reading so far. Now,
Mhm.
reading and writing are very interconnected activities. Now,
Mhm.
we cannot practice speaking and then expect that we are going to do better in reading. Reading has certain strategies. Now, you need to, first of all, know how many words you read per minute, and there is a test for that.
Mhm.
We call it reading speed test. And there
Okay.
are so many tests online. And this is one of them. I'll send it to you. You can practice. It's I already sent you 3 or 4 links here in in Omar's inbox. Now,
Okay.
what this tells you, it tells you how many words you read per minute. Because that's going to give you a better chance, of understanding
Mhm.
where you are situated. Are you an average reader? Are you a beginner reader? Are you
Mhm.
advanced? You see,
Okay.
that's going to do a kind of like superiority over the kind of reading that you do in the test because you have very limited amount of skills. Now,
Yes.
the average reader reads 240 words per minutes.
Oh,
The average
240?
240 words
Mhm.
for the average reader with 60% comprehension.
Okay.
The good reader reads 400 words per minute with 80% comprehension.
Mhm.
And the advanced reader reads 1,000 words per minute with 85% comprehension. You need
Mhm.
to be between the good reader and the excellent reader to get more than 80% in TOEFL. And
Okay.
I sure you are not shooting for 100. You're shooting for like an average between 79 and 99, something like that. Within that
Mhm.
range, that's going to be a bet for you. Am I right?
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Perfect. So this is a mathematical formula for you to work by. You need to know the ins and outs of the test, how they measure the reading. Now, if you practice this, you will give your mind a kind of like spark of what your mind needs to subconsciously work on. You need to be a fast reader,
Mhm.
and also you need to start reading uh, articles, complicated articles, and
Okay.
make it part of daily routine. You need to read at least one article every day,
Mhm.
and that's gonna give you a better chance, of providing better responses.
Mhm.
In addition to coupled with that, you need to be a kind of like uh, active, act, active test taker. So you just kind of like um, take the tests continuously every day, so you ensure enough influx of practice to
Mhm.
you. Your brain gets used to doing this test and becomes part of your daily habit. This is absolutely important to you.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's for the reading. Now, what this is something here that I would like to highlight to you. And based on my 3 or 4 minutes assessment of your speaking skills, I
Mhm.
would give you a, a range between 15 and 20 out of 30 based
Mhm.
on your initial response. There
Mhm.
is something that no in test assessments. We do not depend on the second attempt.
Okay.
What does that mean? It means that we never give the test twice. We
Yes.
only give the once because the second time the brain could have developed a sort of mechanism to respond to it. So we always measure the validity of the test from the first attempt. We never give the test twice because the learner would have already developed a way of answering the answer or finding the answer correctly. So we always invest on the first
Mhm.
attempt. That's for sure. That's kind of like what we depend on. So if you fail in providing the answer the first time, don't try the second time because it's not going to be counted.
Mhm.
That's why I gave you low score in the speaking because you became hesitant and you did not provide the answer right of the bat. So
Mhm.
we need to rely heavily on the first attempt.
Okay.
Perfect. Now,
Mhm.
do you have any other questions?
No, nothing. I will try to follow your advices in reading, especially on the speaking also. And I hope I can pass it and doing well.
You can pass it. You can pass it quite easily.
Mhm.
Um, there are so many websites out there that can help you
Mhm.
or practice reading if reading is one of your difficulties. This thought company,
Yes.
it's Thought Co. Um, they have very wonderful articles
Mhm.
that I really think you should check that out and have a sense of the articles that they have in there, because they're gonna help you a lot, with your language proficiency, especially in reading.
Okay.
And then there's this website. Just give me. Uh, this is the website. So this is a website that has links to the best 100 articles of the century.
Mhm.
You just need to practice reading them.
Okay.
That'll give you a better chance, uh, focus on articles that have some academic background, or talk about some academic issues.
Mhm. Okay.
Perfect.
Mhm. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, and good luck. Is that Omar?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your
More than
advices.
welcome.
And إن
More
شاء
than
الله
welcome.
يعني أتواصل وياك. راح أبلش يعني maybe من بكرة
المقالات
بالreading especially.
للأمانة، المقالات ما لحقت يعني أنطيك فيدباك عليهم، لأنه شوية كلش مشغول عليه، لود مو طبيعي هالفترة.
طبعا yeah I know because أعرف هسه لأن أغلب الناس بصراحة يعني يعني لأن متواجدين بالبيت فالكل يريد يعني يطور من نفسه أكثر يستغل هذا الوقت فالله يساعدك. Thank you very much لأن
You're
أعطيتنا من
welcome my dear.
وقتك.
لا لا، بالعكس بالعكس. إني عمر.
هذا عمر هي أنا شكرا جزيلا لك. شكرا أستاذ.